sweet. Well, there we go. At least I'm not fucking that up. Okay, so the stream is live. Banger. Did somebody tweet? Is there a tweet I can retweet? No, it will always be fucking Twitter. Elon Musk leaves and it goes back to being Twitter. So dumb. I mean, that's still twitter.com. Werty is in with the iconic bookshelf. Majestic. Why am I buying that? All right, Matt, you're in the host seat, so you'll take the catch. Are you on the stream? One of you can go. Oh, well, I see there's 8 people. Is there sound? Yes, there is. For a long time, it was the Nedbank. They had some virtual reality game, something town, and yeah. Chow Town, yeah. Oh. Oh, that is funny. RSC. No, Jesus. Okay, so you gave me a fucking heart attack, Bertie. Yes, RSC. Oh, I haven't posted lobby details. Oh, God. Okay, everybody stay calm. Everything's fine. No ways. Oh, well, I've sworn a few times. That's great. Okay, let me, one.
And we are back for some more RSC SSA action. Season 2, match week 4. It is feeling like it's flying by to a degree, and we've got some more exciting games tonight, starting with a lovely rival, or prospect match, sorry. And I am joined by Werty.
Hello, how are we doing tonight? It's going to be an interesting match between Nightwalkers and Rosius. Not too sure who's going to take this one, but again, fun to be back on the desk here with Max Espresso. And yeah, let's see where the series takes us.
Yeah, very excited to see what happens. Hopefully I'm here for the entirety of it, and I don't leave you hanging for the last game. But yeah, four exciting games we're in store for today between these prospect players. We've got Nightwalkers and Roseus, Nightwalkers of Azura Gaming and Roseus of Panthera. Interestingly enough, Roseus is currently fifth with a 9-7 record, and Nightwalkers is sixth with a 7-9 record. So interesting stats there, and interesting to see who's going to pump them up today.
I mean, it'll be a pleasure to watch the RL that they show us, but these are two middle of the table teams, so hopefully it'll
Mm.
be a nice close game. We'll see. Maybe one of them may have found something in this in the little off time that they have between matches.
Mm,
Maybe
yeah.
we'll see some changes that they make, and might be a dominant performance, might be a close game. It'll be fun to see.
Yeah, and of course week 4, so teams have more or less settled in now. Different rosters have made their changes. Players have sort of come to grips with who they I don't want to say have to deal with, but who they have to play with and learn to get better with on this sort of journey throughout the season. And yeah, some exciting players. Two players that I'm specifically going to bring up to note is Nice Panda of Nightwalkers and Naveds of Roseus. Two players that, despite the team's a bit mid of the park range, Nice Panda definitely up there in the top 10 of stats. I see him up there for demos, top scorer, and assists. And I believe Navid's also up there for goals and assists. So these two players, I'm sure, the ones to keep an eye on. And if you have players that you'd like to keep an eye on, there is a poll going on right now of who you think will win this. I guess we can segue into who we think's going to win this, even if we're not quite sure. I really don't know. I like going for the two twos at the moment, sort of keeping it even.
That's a very safe prediction. Come on, where's the backbone and the assumption and the sheer guess? Well, I mean, the last time I was here, I actually did watch a game of Nightwalkers, and Nice Panda, the player that you haven't mentioned, was quite impressive. I did enjoy the
Mm,
way that he played. He showed a lot of potential. So I want to see if there is any changes from him specifically from the last time we've watched till now.
mm.
But yeah, I'm keen to see the improvements and all the changes. And let's get into the game.
Yeah, jumping into game 1 here, very excited to see how far these guys have come. Obviously, still quite a few matches to be played. I believe this is match week 4, but one of the floating fixtures has to have been played. So it's a total of 5 fixtures played for the team so far, this being their 5th. And it's exciting. We're noticing play styles. We're seeing what the players sort of contribute to each team, as whether it's the goals, the demos, the assists. It's been interesting to watch how each of these players do it, as this is an early chance for Nice Panda, the name we mentioned quite early on, and he's got a goal nice and early on, 20 seconds in.
100%. It was a bit of an unfortunate touch from the third man who went up in the air around the halfway mark, but it's still a very nice read. Understood that there was a play that was open to make, and he just took the shot.
Mm. Yeah, a good start for the Nightwalkers, looking to try and get themselves a bit up the table. I mean, both these teams are here today to try and prove it, and being so close, sort of that's. I know you call me a bit spineless for it, but that's why I couldn't choose between these two teams. Just that 7-9 and 9-7 records, just so close. So it's any man's game, but at the moment, Nightwalkers look like they really wanted, showing some good aggression early on this opening minute, really trying to keep the Grey team, I would say, in their half and doing a very decent job. Grey team sort of happy to try and get the ball, try and find each other, getting these little passes out, but Werty at the moment, they're looking a bit trapped.
100%. I think we've seen some good moves from Rosius's midfield play, but in general, it seems that there's just a little bit more composure on Nightwalkers. Their touches
Mm.
just seem a little bit better. They're meeting them to 50s, taking their time, not rushing. But again, here's a big counter attack. Let's see what can happen. If anyone's in the corner, the dogman up, unfortunate flip, and it's going to be just some more Nightwalkers possession for a while.
Yeah, decent attempt there, and maybe that's going to be the Roseus sort of method for today. Try and counter as fast as you can and try and get those decent shots on target. But at the moment, it's only the one shot on target for both teams. Unfortunately, for Roseus, that one goal on target was actually a goal for the Nightwalkers, and it's still the pressure building right now. That's a bit of a miss though, so they need to try and go on those chances because we saw they're very fastly covered by the Nightwalkers player. So it's looking good from both teams at the moment. Still a bit of that awkward game one, feeling each other out. A couple misses, a couple misplays, but it's looking better and better. Now we're seeing Rosius with a bit of a chance, and a nice demo attempt almost gets the redirect in. That would have been a fantastic goal, but I'm not quite sure if maybe he left it. It might have gone in.
That was a really nice bit of play, though. I like the pass back mid. I like the fact that he went for a bump. Rosius actually showed like a little bit of creativity there, even in game one, which is always nice to see. It means that they have something that they've maybe worked on, a couple of strats, you know, maybe just try and get a bump, try and get a demo. It was unfortunate he hits it off the post, but if I'm honest, it's still a really good positive play. That's what you want to see. And Nice Panda just completely redacts everything that I just said and scores a bit of a dribble.
Yeah, always the case if you try and compliment the other team, and Nice Panda, fantastic speed. They're beating out Crunchy Turtle. The Dogman not really expecting that beat out. And yeah, it's Nice Panda at the moment, sort of against the world. 2 goals, 2 shots, but 300 points to his name. No one else in the triple digits quite yet, but still half of this match, and it's a bit of the Nightwalker show, especially with Pepito going up for a fantastic aerial. And I'm not quite sure if he got the flip reset at the end there, but this is fantastic control.
This is actually well impressive. I didn't think
he did get it. Wow!
Well, that's actually a really good shot. Thank you, bow, Pepito. That was a really nice play. And exactly, it's like the issue with that is that from Rosé's side, you need somebody to challenge early. But as far as I could see, they had a bit of boost issues. I believe their back boost was stolen, so it's really hard for somebody to challenge initially, and all of them are just left flat-footed.
Yeah, unfortunately, all 3 members sort of stuck watching as yeah, just fantastic individual play by Pepito. We were sort of saying Nice Panda coming alive, taking control, and Pepito just getting his name on the board. And so far, Nightwalkers 3 shots, 3 goals, and they've just been very clinical so far, and honestly looked a bit of a step above in this opening game. Whether that's sort of been the tempo doing them good, because I mean, just watch now, they're continuing to really drive. More than happy to send 2 players forward at a time on 1 just to try and get that ball and get that possession. But at the moment, 3 goals down, Roséus, we need to see a bit of a reply, but they need to be careful here. Well, I mean, I think this game is safe to say it's looking like they've struggled a bit, and they need to start making some adjustments, maybe looking forward to that second game. But Nightwalkers, that's not to take anything away from them. They have played incredibly well.
True, there's both individual performances and a good team understanding from Nightwalkers right now. Beats off the ceiling, goes for the flip reset,
nice.
gets touch, and 2 commit. Now you see, this is what happens quite often here with Nightwalkers. They get a couple of double commits. It's up to Roséus to take that space and do something efficient with it, something slightly quick, just so that you can beat out that last defender waiting back. Good save by Crunchy Turtle. Pepito puts a nice shot up mid. Tried to carry off the wall, but Nice Panda will just try and slow it down, play for a couple of 50s. Honestly, if I was in this position, I'd say we just need to get some momentum back. Try and play some solid Rocket League, maybe get 1 goal back, play for momentum for the next game. And you can say the first game just was, you know, nerves. It was just the warm-up. And Solver decides, no, that's not what's happening today, we'll make it 4.
Yeah, wanting to get as many goals as they can in this game, because yeah, it is feeling like a bit of a warm-up. But Roséus just not quite in this game at the moment, but like you said, showing those signs, showing signs of life. And I think the most crucial thing is definitely what you mentioned, Worthy, is trying to take advantage of any mistakes that Nightwalkers is going to make, because at the moment they're just looking far more confident. I'd say their touches, their ability to find each other, they're looking like a well-oiled machine, and that's exactly the kind of thing we're hoping for in this week 4, as Crunchy Turtle once again asked to make another save. 3 to his name so far. And with 20 seconds here, it's looking like that's all she wrote. But Pepito, maybe trying to make it just 1 more, but we're looking for that game 2, I'd say.
Pepito going for the highlight reel at this point. He's having a field day right now, but it's good to see that he's playing with that freedom. He's not afraid to make mistakes, and you're just trying to push, and especially with the 4-0 lead, you're more than welcome to be a little bit creative, and well, that's what got them game 1, a bunch of creativity, some individual performances, and now we'll see what the response is from Roséus.
Yeah, and Roséus definitely had some moments of their creativity. I keep thinking back to Navid's almost getting that sort of pre-flip into the goal when he was on the corner, and you never know what can happen after 1 goal like that. So I think that's going to be the main thing going into the second game. Try and get some of that momentum early, maybe try for that pressure, really bring it to Nightwalkers, because yeah, I mean, even when Roséus were going for those counterattacks, which is sort of what we're thinking is going to be their method for this, it just wasn't clinical enough as it was with Nightwalkers. I mean, I was complimenting the accuracy, but I do see Pepito ended with 5 shots and only 1 goal. But I'm sure he'll be happy nonetheless with that goal that he scored. Lovely flip reset. So yeah, it's interesting because I thought Roseus were looking pretty decent. The 4-0 doesn't necessarily show everything that happened in that game, but definitely some improvements and some changes that need to be made to make this game a little closer, I'd say.
100%. There are signs of life, but now it's time to see if they can make changes, if they can actually push forward. I think the biggest thing right now is just a little bit too many double commits. If they could just take a little bit more time, be a little bit more composed, and not rush. Oh, and that might be a kickoff goal. And the Vids might get a touch up. Okay, it seems to be controlled for the second. Crunchy Turtle gonna keep it in the corner. It's just a little bit too rushed. I think if they take a couple seconds, Papito just slots it in off of that touch in the corner. But I think that's just their main issue right now. Hopefully they can sort of sort it out. But again, it's just the pressure from Nightwalkers as well. They're not giving them the time or space to think. And that's really putting them on the back foot.
Yeah, definitely. But I totally agree with what you said. They are feeling very rushed. I mean, in that play, we saw it perfectly. We saw Crunchy Turtle sort of just going for the immediate clear instead of necessarily looking where you're going to be putting the ball. So immediately a Nightwalkers player onto it. And then the Dogman also going a bit too fast, not recognizing the shot could be at the near post. So yeah, just need to get a bit more precise with their touches at the moment, whether it's nerves or what. But I mean, a goal within 10 seconds and even 20 seconds later, yet another one. Nightwalkers they're really piling on the pressure, and Crunchy Turtle backwards in net. They're not the position you want to see your last man in, and yeah, Nightwalkers just look like they're taking full advantage of any moments of weakness.
100%, and I think now that they've figured out that their aggression means more chances and more goals for themselves, they're not going to be afraid to maybe be a little too aggressive, maybe double commit themselves as Nightwalkers. But that seems to be their game plan, and it seems to be working quite well. As we see, maybe a demo coming out from Silva, good pressure on him. Again, not giving any time to resist on the ball, making it awkward for them, making it a little bit uncomfortable at all points of time. Nice Panda trying to play it back. It's a good back pass. I do like that idea. Pepita now on his solo. Can he take it all the way? Double commit, but they do get the ball out. Crunchy Turtle going to take it off the wall. Let's see if there's a counter attack on the cards. One touch, no flip, unfortunate. But Silva loses control. Good touch mid, but third man a little bit too close, and now it could be a counter.
Yeah, nice chances there, but they're going to be kicking themselves if that goes in. Thankfully not. But yeah, it's still signs of life. They're still kicking and screaming their way, but 2 goals down, so they still sort of have almost the world at their front right now, because yeah, last game 4 unanswered goals, now 2. They need to try and at least get themselves on the board, I think. I think that'll definitely generate some pressures. Here's a chance. Dogman putting on the crossbar and hitting the other side. Crunchy Turtle, another hit on the post. This is good though. They're mounting the pressure, but yet again, the issue we've had is just not clinical enough.
But that is much better. I'm a big fan of that play. Everyone was more than welcome to go up to try and get their touches off. It was way more confident, and I hope that they try and carry that through for a bit. That demo on Nutvids though might change things, as it seems to be more of a defensive posture for a while. Crunchy Turtle with a touch off to the side, gets beaten. Let's see, we have some time here. Crunchy Turtle now. The wall. Panda gonna cut it out. Dogman a little bit too up ahead, but he will get that 50.
And that's a nice play by Nightwalkers, seeing Panda there, just going for the cut in the midfield. And that's something you don't see players do all the time, especially at a level like Prospect. You know, people are always more than willing to stick to their rotation, stick to what they know, just play it safe. But I like that from Nightwalkers, and that aggression is definitely paying off. That willingness to cut and send all the players forward. And we saw a glimpse of that from Roseus, but unfortunately just a couple hits on the bar. So we need to see if they can maybe get that on target, but they're getting closer and closer, Werty.
100%. I do like that little touch there by Papito off the wall. That was a good save by the Dogman, actually. That would have been an immediate goal. If he did not get that touch, there was, I believe it was Nice Panda waiting underneath. And that was an easy cutout to basically a tap in. But now, Dogman trying to take it up. Nice Panda intercepts. Crunchy Turtle has a bit of time. Tries to take it over Silva. See, it's a bit of a solo 1v1 play here at the back.
Ooh.
Good save. Tries to keep it out. Nice Panda looking to keep the pressure in the corner. Papito on early. Met by the Dogman. Let's see, Silva on back in the corner. It just seems to be this continuous pressure that just doesn't look like the ball's going anywhere. And a nice touch on Papito. What a save!
What a save!
Oh, no. I mean, the defense got to be applauded, but there's just too much pressure.
And I was just about to compliment them as well. I mean, that was a decent 50 by Navids. It was looking like they finally sort of gained their way out, but just a tiny bit of space between the first and second man is all this Nightwalkers team need. And I mean, the Dogman. Fantastic save, but just so it's always those saves, isn't it? It looks absolutely peak. You maybe get a touch off of the crossbar, the top of the goal, and maybe it bounces on the line a couple times, but it just lurked in the complete wrong position. But there we go. Naved's getting 1 goal to his team. A couple of whiffs coming out here, but Crunchy Turtle with a nice bit of a delayed aerial that I say was more than enough to throw off the defense there. And just like that, they have a chance. That's 1 goal and hopefully some momentum to the good.
1 minute 32 is all that you need to make a comeback. It's more than enough time. Let's see if they get 1 in quick succession before the minute mark. I believe that the comeback could be on, because now they look a little bit better, and Nightwalkers maybe a little bit too confident in the way that they're challenging. But we'll see now with 2 in the corner for Nightwalkers. 1 bump on midfield. Could be an early cut for Papito. Unfortunately, couldn't get there. But it's a good save and good clear by the Dogman. Takes it over, back across. Crunchy Turtle smack out. Let's see. Silver gonna beat it. And now it's just too much pressure again. If they get a quick counter here by the Dogman, maybe we could see a 3rd goal coming. But that 2nd one is going to be a little bit elusive enough. Interesting back pass? Okay, at least he was ready.
little bit nervous by Panda there, but once again doing very well, cutting in and getting the nice back pass. And Silver, I think that's credit to how they've been playing this whole time. They were just composed enough on the goal line, sort of making us worry a bit, but not a worry in his mind, as still 40 seconds left here, so maybe they will be worrying a bit, especially as this one's going on target. But Papito, another hero moment for him in this series, as that was a very crucial save. It could have easily buried itself in the top corner, and we're looking at a very different game, but it's still the pressure coming out from Roseus, and there we go, sending more players forward, willing to get that sort of commitment and trust in your teammate. Well played by Crunchy Turtle. Panda trying his best on the goal line, and the Dogman with a nice follow-up. And where is he? Just like that. 25 seconds, still very doable. Let's see what happens after this kickoff.
Very, very doable. I like the pressure, I like the bump, I like the fact that the second man was that close to read it. Okay, now Nedvitz will try to get that demo on Nice Panda. 2 committed for Silver. This is actually looking it. Papito, if the touch is not too good, if you can't keep it close, might be a counter-attack. Crunchy Turtle didn't read the miss. That's unfortunate. Nedvitz now, 10 seconds. 2 touches up, 1 in the corner. Bounces up, that should be free. A touch across, possibly a pass. Let's try to get 1 touch mid. Guys, Crunchy Turtle, please.
He's there.
Oh, and it dropped. Well done to Nightwalkers. But again, a much better showing by Roses.
Yeah, finally we're seeing some more confidence in themselves, some more confidence in their teammates, just willing to send people forward. Crunchy Turtle with both the assists there, and so close at the end. He was really sort of being the disruptor for his team, which I definitely want to see more of going into this 3rd match. That is 2-0 to Nightwalkers in their favor. Still 2 matches to go, so this is a drawable series for Rosea still. And with that game, I'd say they're definitely in a way better position than that first game. A 4-0, quite tough to take, but once again, as we always say with the first games, it's a bit of settling in, isn't it? But I think both teams look very settled in that 2nd game.
100%. I appreciated what Roses tried to do, especially in the second half of that game, because they were 3-0 down and they made the comeback look winnable. It actually felt like that was a viable option that was happening. It wasn't just a dream of, hey, maybe we pull this game off, or maybe it's a go next, we'll play for the draw. They played really well. I want to see more of that. I like the demos. I like their saves. Their saves are actually so solid. They just need to take a little bit more time in defense. Keep the ball a little bit closer, and they'll be fine.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, I also joined there. Too many moments.
We got a 4th man on the pitch, ladies and gentlemen.
Let me add him. But yeah, I'm sure that is what Rosius will be saying at the moment. Let us at them, because, like you mentioned, a very decent 2nd game from them, and I'm sure they'll be really feeling some momentum from that. Definitely, goals are very big for players' confidence, and even if you have those close games, it's motivational, isn't it, to sort of go and get that 3rd game. Like, guys who are so close, they're very beatable now, which is not what you'd be thinking after a 4-0. So definitely the improvement, but we're in a similar position right now. Nightwalkers piling on the pressure. Papito almost getting that top bins, but not quite yet. Roseus, they're being a lot more calm defensively, but still just not the kind of clears that they would want, whether it's not to a teammate or just sort of banging it not far enough from the net itself. But doing well here to weather the storm in the opening minute, but this pressure is very dangerous that we've seen from Nightwalkers.
I do actually enjoy the fact that it feels like, I don't know, it might be their comps, because their decisions seem to be a lot more distinct in terms of who's going. The double commits are still there, but way less intense. It's more of a we'd rather have 2 to save the ball than we didn't know who was going, so both of us. Yeah. But again, really good defense. They're beating them to 50s. I like the pace of this game. This seems much closer. Let's see how long they can keep it up. But that demo again would just play such good disruption. Good counter by the Dogman. Could be a counter attack by Navids. It's a 1v1 on the edge. Open net, possibly. Trying to play it slow. Goes for the touch over. That's a really nice play. Instant shot. Pepito. Oh, good stuff from the Dogman. That's a good read. That's good slowing it down as well. No rush. Gets the touch over. That's absolutely perfect.
Yeah, what we've absolutely been begging for, and there it is finally. Crunchy Turtle again being that sort of guy for his team and being the guy to take his time, take a moment, recognizing the players diving at him, is nervous in front of the net and just gets it around. And his teammate, although there was a goalkeeper too awkward to make the save, and Dogman happy to get that goal. And this is an unfamiliar position. They are up and there's still plenty of time in the match, so now I want to see how they can build on this. We've liked what we've seen so far in this third and the second games, but we need to see more, because Nightwalker's more than capable of just piling on this pressure, sending everyone forward and getting that goal, as they're going to try it here. But a decent stop still coming out from Roseus.
That was a really good cut out there, especially on 0 boost, just to make sure that somebody's in front of that ball. Crunchy Turtle now taking it towards their corner. Silver are going to try and control. 1 touch from Crunchy Turtle. Unfortunate. 2 commit now in the corner. Sorry, my words were just not processing at all. Nice Panda now, looking to see if he can beat the Dogman straight up onto net. Naved's getting a nice bang out. Let's see who gets there first. Should be Pepito. Crunchy Turtle might beat him up high. No, Pepito seems to be taking it solo. Flip reset.
Oh!
Nice crit, he still stays on. Could be a 50, and the Dogman takes it on straight out of net. But that was a really nice play. But I appreciate, again, Roseus' patience in defense. They're not rushing, and it shows in how they're playing. That's a nice bang over backboard. Could be a double. Nice Panda takes the touch, keeps it close. 2 now stuck in midfield. Big dribble opportunity, and it stays out to the corner with Silver going back at it.
Yeah, it's almost like Nightwalker's trying to sort of slow it down at times offensively, which isn't something we've seen a lot of. We've seen sort of that send people forward, immediately jump at those opportunities and those misplays. But now, I don't know if it's because of going that goal down, but they just don't seem as fast and as confident. And sure, there, I mean, we saw that moment from Pepito where it was just such nice composure to, you know, get the pre-flip, get the control, and tries to go for the flip reset, gets to the ground, and then keeps going. I mean, that is fantastic stuff that you do not expect from these prospect players, but that's a bang down the pitch, and it just goes straight in. A bit of an awkward moment here. Pepito taking the original 50, but Silver just reading the path of that ball perfectly, and I almost can't work out how on earth that works physically, but what a great goal, 105 kph.
The touch of the corner is really good to him in terms of angle, but still a really nice touch that he gets on that ball. He guided it perfectly, put a decent pressure on it, good power, and it just made Crunchy Turtle so awkward. Not too sure on his boost situation, if he could have gotten there or not. Could have been a mistake, but nevertheless, it could be 15 in, and now it's 1-1 with 122 left. It seems like Nightwalkers have gone back to their full send attitude, which is good to see for them, because that is what works. But Roseus are happy to beat them to every single 50 that they try and pitch up.
Yeah, and one thing that I'm a bit sad about is I was really hoping Roseus would go out there and just try a bit harder to get that second goal, you know, build on that lead, because a volatile goal in Rocket League, I mean, the one goal in Rocket League is just so volatile that you never really know what's going to happen. And sure, it's when your defense, like, they were defending well. I think that's something they could confidently say in this match. All 3 members have 3 saves to their names, so they've been more than happy to take their time and wait on their opponents to see what they can do. But now it's them taking their time, opting to sort of give a bit of Nightwalkers their own medicine. Pepito trying to take his time, flipping around Crunchy Turtle, stealing the boost. Another fantastic play by him, and a lovely shot that just the keeper can't quite get to. And as I was sort of saying, Werty, I was hoping they would go and build on the lead, but I guess they wanted to make it more interesting, and hopefully they can hold this lead now with only 40 seconds to go.
They just have to delay your prediction, what can we say? But that was a really good challenge by Navid in the corner. That was complete confidence, and he knew that because the boost got stolen away, there was no real threat. So that was a really, really nice play to make. Crunchy Turtle now trying to... Here's a 1v1 situation. That's a good 50 Pepito out. Silver faking, but they've got a lot of space. There's no man early enough from Roseus to counter-attack. Okay, well, 2 commit in the corner. Now it could be an open net. Oh, that's
scary.
That was, what, 2 under 10 seconds left? Let's see. I mean, this is a good counter-attack opportunity for Pepito. He takes it up. Good save from the Vets. 2 seconds left. Can they keep it up? It is still up. The Dogman one backboard.
Oh,
A touch. I mean,
Still
this
up?
is anyone's game. Crunchy Turtle and Nice Panda going for. Is that
no
it?
way! No way!
Oh my
Oh,
word!
wow.
0-second goal.
Wow. I mean, it was looking like it was gonna be Rosia, sorry, to get the goal, and it was looking like they were gonna get a bit of a 3-1, making it look even better. But it's just gone down the other way. I was hoping it would have hit the floor just before, but no bounce given, and we're in an overtime. It was looking like they were gonna hold on to it. That 40 seconds, they were doing so well. But it just takes one moment of trying to keep the ball up and thinking you might get that last goal to sort of pad the stats a bit. And now Pepito coming down the other end with a fantastic air dribble, terrifying for anyone to see.
100%. Now we have more Rocket League for ourselves, so can we really complain? But again, I actually didn't think Nice Panda was gonna get that touch. I thought that 50 was there, it just suddenly went over. But now we're seeing good pressure from Nightwalkers throughout the entire of these first 30 seconds of OT. Crunchy Turtle having a lot to do in defense, trying to save his boost, trying to get these touches out. But again, Nightwalkers, as much as they are pressing, they are low on boost. As the Dogman gets a nice bang out, could be a counter-attack opportunity here.
Good chance, but Silver taking his time, getting under the ball and getting some decent touches, and not getting the greatest clear, but enough time for his teammates to get boost. And there it is, Nice Panda, the first one up to it, and they're looking like they're really willing to send it at the moment. So Rosea's got to be safe here. They got to watch themselves. That's a nice pop by Pepito. Is just going in like a bullet. It was an awkward 50 there by Pepito. Nice Panda just backing it up, taking his time, hitting it off the back wall. And the Dogman so close to that save. On another day, it pinches up and out, but unfortunately not there. Nightwalkers gonna take the 3-0 advantage after, wow, an odd 0-second sequence and an overtime that I had a lot of hope. But Nightwalkers unfortunately gonna crush the hopes of Roseas and taking the 3-0 in the series.
I mean, you got to applaud Nightwalkers as well, because they have 18 shots on net, and that's just insane in terms of pressure. And that's the thing, it's like sometimes the shots might not be perfect for goal scoring opportunities, but it is pressure. It is always pressure, and it forces Rosés to stay on the back foot for the entirety of the game. I mean, it's what, 11 saves as well for Rosés.
Yeah, wow.
So that's some solid defense. It's a lot of offense from Nightwalkers, but a much closer game, and it was good to see. It was really nice to see from both teams.
Yeah, and one thing in Rocket League I'd say is, sure, a team can be very good defensively, but it usually is those teams with the better offense that do get on top. Because I mean, goals at the end of the day do win you games, and I mean, defense almost won there. They were looking to close it out. They got that 2-1. It wasn't necessarily a counter-attack. It was more of them actually willing to send those players forward and get aggressive. And I hope to see more than that in this third game. This is, or fourth game, sorry. This is the last game, so nothing to lose now. They still a 3-1, a possibility of getting a point out of this. And honestly, Werty, they definitely deserve it.
True, I think they've definitely stepped up their Rocket League, especially in the last 2 games, and now it's maybe time for them to complete their plays and, you know, just create that little bit more finesse, have that little bit more composure, and just take a game off. But that's a good save by the Dogman after Pepito takes a big shot from the halfway line. Nice man up early. Dogman now trying to keep it close to him. Big 50. Again, look at that pressure from Nightwalkers, immediately just on the ball at every single opportunity they get. Events now trying to take it over. Nice Panda and Pepito both jump. Nice Panda trying to beat the ball, but Crunchy Turtle beats him. Pepito now taking it solo. We know that he's a bit of a threat when it comes to those. And Silver now just trying to keep it in the corner. Again, just so much pressure. It's how Rosés react to this, whether they're able to keep it close or whether they can get that solo play to the other side of the field.
Yeah, definitely a position we are all too familiar with at the moment, of just Nightwalkers piling on the pressure. And I mean, they're feeling very confident. A bit of a miss there by Nice Panda, but you just saw the speed that he went up to that ball. I mean, I keep sort of rubbing my eyes and thinking these are prospect players, and they are playing absolutely fantastic. Pepito going to be awarded with a goal. I saw his teammate mere seconds behind him. I thought it was going to be Nice Panda with the double, but nice control. Crunchy Turtle almost getting the nice pre-flip into it, but Pepito just taking it around him, and there it is. The Nightwalkers' inevitable pressure results in a goal for them, and Roseas was still doing well. I mean, we've been complimenting them the whole time, saying that their defense is very solid, but like you mentioned, even if the shots aren't going on target, it's just the pressure and sort of almost the conditioning that your team gets used to when a team is as aggressive as Nightwalkers at the moment.
100%. And I mean, I really did like the Pepito to Nice Panda 1-2 there. It was really nice. He got the touch from the corner. Back to, oh sorry, he interrupted by Crunchy Turtle trying to get a nice shot on target. Double jump by Pepito, miss in the back line. Nedveds now trying to get the touch on. It's good pressure again. I feel like they need to go a goal down for them to play a little bit more aggressive. It's a routine for them, I believe. That's in the playbook. As now we see Nice Panda trying to take it across. Gets covered by Nedveds, and that's just a shot on net. Good stuff by Nedveds.
Yeah, and Nice Panda, I'm sure, thinking here, just one player on, I'm sure I'll have time to maybe get to a teammate, maybe control it myself, but there it is, the aggression coming out from Rosius. That aggression that's definitely rewarded them every single time to get a goal, and there it is yet again, Nedveds just jumping on any opportunity that they can, and it usually come from the corner, it feels, of just one player on Nightwalkers maybe taking a bit too much time, because I must say, I have been very complimentary of the save that Nightwalkers have been doing. So many times it's been an awkward sort of floater going towards the top bins, but they've just about saved it in a very composed aerial majority of the time. So well played on them to do that. And at the moment, they don't have to do too much defensively, and it seems like a trademark for this series at the moment. Just pure defense versus the pressure and offense that Nightwalkers can bring. But that's a double commit and a double whiff, and that is absolutely tragic, as Pepito has all the time in the world to just put this in the open net.
Those are not the goals you want to see that's getting scored, but a goal is a goal at the end of the day, and it comes from that pressure that they're just under, and I believe both boosts on the corners were taken, unless one got taken by Rosés. And it's just it just rushes you when you have no boost and you're stressed, and you know you're not too sure what decisions to make, who's going to get this ball, and I think it just comes to comps. If they can comp just a little bit earlier, they'll make their lives so much easier as well. But that is good pressure again from Pepito. Also not afraid to just wait there. Like, he gets the first touch. He just literally waited and watched the ball, and it fell for him yet again. But now we see another counter attack by Rosés, getting a touch back down to the corner. Good passes. That's
nice.
Open shot mid. The vid seems to be wanting to turn. Good control. Might get a 50 over. Keep it in the corner. This is much better from the vids and just Rosés in general. Like, keeping much better pressure on offense, and that's a big 50 as well. David seeing what he can do, maybe try and take it back, get that corner boost. Silver's not letting him any time. It's off the backboard. Pepito up early. Turtle.
They've done well there. They're just about getting away with it, but they're still down a goal. But I mean, it's like you mentioned, it's almost like they need to go down a goal to have that motivation to send more and more players forward. But we're seeing it here, but they're just not quite close enough for my liking at the moment. I mean, there was a play just now where Nedved's sort of opting rather to play it in his own half rather than pushing up with the other two, and like you said, it was looking to be an open net and a possible opportunity, but now he's leading his team forward, goes for a bit of a touch, but doesn't quite pay off, and now relying on his teammates. Crunchy Turtle getting the first. Nedveds is there trying the initial shot on target, but cut up very fast by Nightwalker, and here is a lethal man on the ball. Pepito trying to get it down the pitch, but not quite getting it. Does get the boost steal though, so he's going to stay in the play, and his aerial control just so good at the moment, trying to combine with Nice Panda again, and it's getting closer and closer, but Rosés, they can still hold on. They're still... that might be my bad.
I mean, again, it's really good solo plays. I'm not too sure what happened here. I think they thought he was gonna get the touch.
So
and then
unlucky.
the third man's playing off of the 50, and none of it happens, and it works out as a great fake. But you know, such is Rocket League. Hey, that is how things happen. But again, the solo plays do seem to just create so much space, both from Pepito and we saw there from Silver. Nice Panda up, Pepito taking it back. Nice Panda gonna try and play control. Nice touch up, and tries to get the 50. Nedveds has the boost, plays back right. Dogman beats everybody. Let's see what Pepito does here. He loves his solo plays. Let's see if he gets space. Nedveds shut him down early, and that's really good. That's the only way you're gonna actually make room up the field if you have to beat them early up for 50s.
Definitely. Nice hit on there by Pepito. We see this team there. They're definitely feeling more comfortable now. That third goal to go in, and sort of that second goal, I mean, as harsh as it is to say, it is a bit of a relief when you're Nightwalkers that your opponent is having that struggle defensively. But I mean, such a close series at the end of the day. It is a 4-0 in the favor of Nightwalkers, so Azura, I'm sure, very happy with that. But Rosius, they really surprised me. After that first game, it was sort of like cover your eyes, everyone. 4-0, not the greatest sight, but they played very well towards the end there. Some very close games, and yeah, it could have gone either way.
100%. I mean, that's a really good game both for Rosius and Nightwalkers. That it shows that there's promise for Rosius moving forward. It shows that Nightwalkers have a formula that they feel that works, that could be refined upon. But at the end of the day, it is a 4-0 for Nightwalkers. Even with that overtime game, even with all of that momentum swinging back and forth, they just had a little bit more quality when it mattered the most.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. They were definitely more clinical when it mattered, and yeah, definitely a good win for Nightwalkers, showing some great aggression and some great Rocket League overall. I mean, I was saying it so many times, and I genuinely do not mean it in any kind of condescending way. The prospects have really surprised me. Like, some of those plays were fantastic. I'm still thinking about Papito's flip reset air dribble. So yeah, well played to both the teams, and that's a fantastic start to the day. I mean, it is a Tuesday after all. Some people might be wondering why, and that is of course because Limitless's Swiss run will be covered by ACGL Thursday 2:45 p.m. So do not miss it, guys. This is very huge for us, obviously. South African team at a major, so excited to watch that. Obviously got a master game a bit later, so that will also be a nice match to put on. The stream will take a bit of a restart now, but when we're back, we've got Invade Soldiers going against Brolific in the rival tier. Stay tuned.